Hi, amazing people, welcome back to my channel. So in today's edition, I'll be giving a tutorial video on how to make this beautiful crop top with a V-shape bell sleeve. Stay tuned, guys. Definitely we'll be making use of our African print, and yes, this is it. So we get started. I went ahead to draw out my start line. I'll be drafting the pattern for the top so you guys see it from scratch. After drawing out my start line, which is also my shoulder line, I went ahead to measure the neck and I came in by 3 inches. Then for the down, I came down by 3.5 inches. This is the neck. It's more like a normal neck, round neck, and it's for both the front and the back. So I went ahead to use my curve rule to bring out the beautiful curve of the neck. So after doing that, I went ahead to measure the shoulder. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 gave me 7.5. So after giving a mark, I went down with 1 inch for the slanting of the shoulder. So it's very important to do that. So I went ahead to connect from the neck to the shoulder. So after doing that, I'll start my measurement. I went down by 11, which is my bust point. Then I took the length, which is 18. So basically the two measurements here is just the bust point and the length of the top. Is a free crop top. So I just needed to draw the line so it will be very clear and you guys will see what I'm doing. So it's just the bust point and the length. So take note of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draft out my armhole. So I'll be coming down by 8 inches. How I got my 8 inches, my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. That is how to get your armhole. Then I quickly give the mark there, and after which I connected from the beginning of the shoulder slant down to that particular 8 points. So after that, where that point is automatically my chest line. So I'll just draw out the line. That is my chest line. So we have 3 lines there: the chest line, the bust point, and the length. So the next thing I went ahead to do, I was trying to get the middle of that particular line. So I got it and it was 4. I gave a mark there. Then I went ahead to measure from inside. I came in by half of an inch. After which the chest line, I measured my bust measurement, which is 40 divided by 4 gave me 10. Then I gave a mark there. So see what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect that 3 points to get my armhole. This is a perfect measurement of the armhole. So I made sure that the curve was in place. Then I just connected from the shoulder down to the half point, then the bust point. So this is basically the armhole. It's looking so neat. So guys, I'll take the body measurements. My bust is 10. That is 40 divided by 4, 10. Then I gave allowance 1 inch. This is not the sewing allowance. Remember, it's a free top. So this is a free allowance, not the particular allowance for the top. And there will be no zipper for this particular top. So for the length, the down, I didn't take my normal waist measurement as usual. I used my bust measurement for the down. I did not add any allowance, so I just marked 10 in that particular place. Then for this place, I added 1 inch. I just connected the both together. Now I'm trying to connect from my bust down to the length of the top. Just take note, I did not add any allowance to this, but I'll add allowance for sewing while cutting the fabric. So I went ahead to cut the pattern for the top. So it's very easy and very beautiful. The outcome is so nice. So the drafting of the pattern is very easy. So this is basically all. And remember, this pattern is in fold, so I'll be using it to cut the front and the back. So please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like our video, drop a comment, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload new videos or new tutorial on our channel. Thank you very much. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric with our pattern, and take notes where I gave allowances. I gave 1 inch allowance for the length, 1 inch allowance for the side, half inch for the shoulder. The armhole, I did not give any allowance. So we are going to cut out the sleeve. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into four. I'll be cutting the two sleeve at once, and I also went ahead to draft out a sleeve pattern. On my channel there's a tutorial on how to draft a long sleeve and a short sleeve. I would advise you go watch that video so you understand how I drafted out this particular sleeve. So I went ahead to measure the sleeve. I came in by 12 inches. I'm cutting the sleeve. Remember, it's a v-shaped ball sleeve. I came in by 12 inches. For the length, it's a 1 inches. Then for the particular place where the armhole ended, I came in by 1 inches. So take note, it's a very simple method on how to cut it. And I'm going to connect that 1 inches down to where the 12 inches ended. So it's more like a slant, it's not a straight cut. So I just tried to arrange it and draw out the line. Remember, the down is 12 inches, then from where the armhole ended was 1 inches. So I just connected it straight, and I'll be cutting it out first before we cut out the V shape. So it's a very simple sleeve and it's very nice. So this is me. I was trying to cut it out before I show you how to cut the V bell sleeve. A quick reminder guys, on this channel we do DIY sewing tutorial videos. We give reviews on different asoebi styles, and we also give inspiration for dresses. So if you love what you're seeing and this tutorial is helpful, do want to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. So the next thing I did was to remove the pattern paper, so you see how I'm going to give it the V shape. So I came up by 1.5 inches. You can decide to come up by 1 or 2, at most 2 inches, but I decided to come up by 1.5 inches. This particular sleeve is not a very long sleeve. I don't want mine to be very long. That's why the length is 22. I used 22 for the length. So I went ahead to slant. It's, take note, it's not a straight line, it's a slant line, so my V shape can be very okay. So I went ahead to cut it out, and this is basically all you need to do for the sleeve. Obviously we are done cutting the sleeve, so I'm going to give it a notch at the top, so it will be very easy for me to join. Immediately I was done with the sleeve, I brought out the top, then I went ahead to remove the pattern from it, and I'll start sewing. And the first thing I did was to sew the neck, and I made use of my bias tape to sew the neck. So the front and back is basically the same thing, so I just decided to take one of them as my front. So I went ahead to use my bias to cover the neckline, and I'm going to do that for the front and the back. So at this point I was done sewing it, and it's looking so neat. I've gone ahead to iron it, trust me. And I went ahead to join the shoulder with half an inch. Remember, I gave half-inch allowance, so I'm going to make use of the half-inch allowance for the shoulder. I'm going to join it together, and I'm just trying to pin it down so it will be easy for me while joining. So this is for the shoulder. I'll go ahead to my sewing machine to do that. So at this point I was done joining it, and this is the outcome. I also went ahead to iron it. I love ironing while sewing, it makes the work so neat. So I've gone ahead to join it, and I'll be fixing the sleeve to the top, and this is how I'm going to fix it. Remember, I gave a notch earlier on, so I'm going to place it at the middle of the joining of the shoulder. I'm very sure you know what I'm saying, and the right side is facing the right side. So from there I'm going to join it to the end, the same thing with the other side, and I'm going to do it for the both sleeve. So after joining, this was the outcome, and I'm trying to arrange it so you see what it's looking like. So I've gone ahead to join the both hand, and the next thing I'll be doing is to fold the tip of the hand and also join the side. But first of all, I'll be folding the tip. I'll just fold in with 1 inch, then I'll join the side and the side of the body. I join the side with 1 inch and same with the body of the top with 1 inch. Remember, I gave allowance of 1 inch, so I'm going to do that. And for the down of the top, I also folded it with 1 inch. So this is basically what I'm going to do, and I'll go ahead to my sewing machine to get it done. So guys, at this stage I was done sewing it, and this is the final sewing. I've gone ahead to iron it, I've gone ahead to join every side, and it's looking so fine. So this is the outcome of the crop top. Thank you very much. I hope this video is helpful. Do want to try this and drop a comment at the comment section. See you in our next video. Bye.